everyone, welcome back to GK Today. I am Abhyan and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started. Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 2nd of July 2022. Let's start. RAM scheme, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which union ministry? So Prime Minister Narendra Modi participated in the Udyami Bharat program in New Delhi to launch this RAM scheme. And what is the full form of RAM? It is raising and accelerating the MSME performance. Fine. And also he launched the capacity building of first time MSME exporters scheme and the new feature of Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. Okay. So the results of MSME Idea Hackathon 2022 were announced and the National MSME Awards were also distributed here. So it is related to Ministry of MSME. Fine. Coming to the question slide, which state has established the Chara Bijai Yojana, which is a plan that provides farmers producing and delivering fodder to the Gaushalas with financial support of 10,000 rupees per acre, and it can be up to 10 acres. So this is the scheme of the state Haryana. Which state has started the Mukhyamantri Mitan Yojana to provide 100 public services at the doorstep? So Mukhyamantri Mitan Yojana belongs to the state Chhattisgarh. Now which of the following pairs of initiatives and the respective subject matters are matched correctly? So you have to identify whether the pair is right or not. First is Sujlam 2.0 to reuse of the grey water. Actually, Ministry of Jal Shakti has launched the Sujlam 2.0 project that aims to reuse the grey water or the runoffs from kitchens, bathing and the laundry. Okay, so this is absolutely correct. Second is Sujlam 1.0 to create ODF plus villages. So this is a 100 days campaign which has been launched by Ministry of Jal Shakti as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebration. And it aims to create more and more ODF plus villages by undertaking the wastewater management at village level and particularly through creation of 1 million soak pits and also other grey water management activities. So this is also right. Now third is Atal Bhujal Yojana to improve the groundwater. So yes, this is a groundwater management scheme that has been launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on 95th birth anniversary of the former Prime Minister Atal Bajpayee on 25th of December 2019. And the purpose of the scheme is to improve the groundwater management in 7 states of India. Fine. So this is also right. And last is Jal Shakti Abhyan for water conservation. So Jal Shakti Abhyan is a campaign for the water conservation and the water security in the country. And the 5 important water conservation or interventions are water conservation and rainwater harvesting. Second is renovation of traditional and other water bodies, tanks, then reuse of water and recharging of structures, then watershed development, and the last one is intensive afforestation. So these are the 5 basic pillars of Jal Shakti Abhiyan. Okay. So here all are right. Correct answer would be all 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay. Next question. Which state in its budget announced 300 units of free electricity to the household? So Punjab Finance Minister Harpal Singh Chima, said that the budgetary provisions have been made for giving 300 units of free electricity to the state households from 1st of July. And also the state announced that its primary aim is to restore deteriorating the fiscal health and to ensure effective use of the public funds and to concentrate on health and in education. Okay, so this is the first budget of the recently elected Aam Aadmi Party government in the state. Okay, let's see some of the important states that are in news. Kyoto-Holohan judgment, which was seen in the news recently, is associated with which state? So amid the political crisis in the state of Maharashtra, the role and powers of the deputy speaker are being discussed. So in the landmark judgment of Kyoto-Holohan versus others, the Supreme Court upheld the sweeping discretion available to the speaker in deciding cases of disqualification of the MLAs. Okay, so this is related to the state Maharashtra. After Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh, which state has entered uranium mining in India? So recently, Rajasthan has become the third state after Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh that has found the uranium traces in the state, and that's why it has decided to mine it. Which Indian state or union territory is the host of G20 summit in 2023? This is Jammu and Kashmir. T-Hub, which was seen in the news recently, is a startup incubator based in which state? So T-Hub, which stands for the Technology Hub, is a startup incubator from where? Answer is Telangana. Which state instituted the Kempe Gowda International Award? This award is presented by the Karnataka state government. Next question. The birthday of Professor Prasant Chandra Mahalanobis is recognized as which special day in India? So on his birth anniversary, National Statistics Day is celebrated every year in India on 29th of June. And aim is to raise the public awareness of the role statistics play in formulating and affecting the public policy. So he is recognized for his contributions to the economic planning and statistics, and also he is the founder of Indian Statistical Institute, and he was the member of India's very first planning commission as well. Okay, let's see some of the important days. When is the National Insurance Awareness Day observed? Every year we observe this day on 28th of June. Which of the following pairs of important days and respective theme in 2022 are matched correctly? So here days are given and we have to identify whether the theme is right for 2022 for this day or not. Okay, first is Earth Day. We observe the Earth Day on 22nd of April, and theme given here is invest in our planet. Yes, this is absolutely correct. Next is International Day for the Preservation of the Ozone Layer. This day is observed on 16th of September every year. So in 2022, 16th of September is yet to come. So the theme cannot be right. Next is World Migratory Bird Day, Noise Pollution. So World Migratory Bird Day is observed biennially in an year, means it is celebrated on 2 days in an year. Which are these days? 14th of May and 8th of October. Okay, and for 14th of May, theme is noise pollution. No, this year theme is light pollution for this day, not noise pollution. Okay, so this is also wrong. And next is World Wildlife Day. It is observed on 3rd of March every year, and this year theme is recovering key species for ecosystem restoration. Yes, this is right. So correct answer would be only 1 and 4. 2 and 3 are wrong. Okay, next question. Which country's central bank partnered with the Bank for International Settlements to establish a pooling scheme? So China's central bank has signed an agreement with Switzerland-based Bank for International Settlement to establish a yuan pooling scheme to counter the dominance of the US dollars. Okay, so the arrangement aims to provide liquidity support for participating the central banks during the market volatility by creating a reserve pool. And the renminbi liquidity arrangement initially includes the PBOC and the central banks of Indonesia, Malaysia, Hong Kong, Singapore and Chile. Okay, Let's see some of the important banks that are in news. Which bank has announced to lend $250 million to the startups in India? So recently World Bank has decided to lend $250 million for startups in India. The Reserve Bank of India approved which category of banks to provide the doorstep banking services. So recently RBI has approved the urban cooperative banks that they can provide the doorstep banking services. According to the RBI annual report, which sectors of banks contributed to a maximum number of frauds, not in terms of the amount. So according to their report, the private sector banks have contributed most in terms of fraud. Which bank has collaborated with Mahagram to digitize the country's payment infrastructure and provide its consumers in rural India more options for transacting? This is the bank IndusInd. The Reserve Bank of India has reduced the non-bank Bharat Bill Payment Operating Units minimum net worth requirement from 100 crore rupees to how much? So this value has been reduced to 25 crore rupees only now. Okay. Next question. Which country has started the transfer of Russian goods to India using a new trade corridor? So Iran's state-run shipping company has started its first transfer of Russian goods to India using a new trade corridor. And the route grants India easy access to a region stretching from North Europe to the mineral-rich Central Asia by passing the Pakistan. And this 7,200 kilometers long pending multimodal transportation corridor via Iran is also expected to boost Russia-India bilateral trade. Okay. Let's see some of the important international current affairs. In the PSLV C-53 mission, ISRO launched 3 satellites of which country? So ISRO has launched 3 satellites of Singapore recently from Satish Dhawan Space Center in Andhra Pradesh. And what is the full form of PSLV? Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. Which country is the 3rd largest trade partner and the 2nd largest export destination of India in 2022? So UAE is India's 3rd largest trade partner and 2nd largest export destination in 2022. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently held the bilateral talks with President of UAE, who's Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. Where? At Abu Dhabi. Okay. So Prime Minister conveyed condolences on the passing away of Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, and both the leaders reiterated their commitment to further deepen and diversify the India and UAE comprehensive strategic partnership. Okay. India launched a joint Commonwealth Diplomatic Academy program with which country? So India has launched this joint Commonwealth Diplomatic Academy program with the country UK. Which country is the host of G7 summit in 2022? Answer is Germany. You have to tell me which countries come under G7. MidCom is a defense cooperation meeting held between India and which country? So this is our defense cooperation meeting with the country Malaysia. Right? Next question. Eoin Morgan, who announced the retirement from international cricket, was from which team? So the England men's white ball captain Eoin Morgan has retired from international cricket after his 13 years career with England. And he won the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup as captain in 2019. And this is the very first time England men had won the world title. And he was also a part of the England team that won the 2010 ICC Men's T20 Cricket World Cup. And he is the all-time leading run scorer and most capped player for the England men in both ODI and T20I matches. Okay. Coming to the question slide, which cricket team created a world record with a one-day international score of 498 runs? This is the country England, and it has made this record by defeating the country Netherlands. Which company recently acquired the UAE T20 Cricket League franchisee? This is Adani Group. Who is the first woman cricketer to appear in 6 World Cup? This is Mithali Raj. Joe Root, who recently scored 17,000 runs in international cricket, plays for which country? So basically he belongs to England. Roy, Going for Broke is the autobiography of which cricketer? So this is the autobiography of Andrew Symonds. Kieron Pollard, who announced the retirement from international cricket, represented which country? So he was from West Indies. Okay. Next question. Goal program is launched with the collaboration of which company? And Goal stands for Going Online as the Leaders. The social media giant Meta and Ministry of Tribal Affairs announced to extend their collaboration to launch the second phase of the Goal program. And the first phase of the Goal involved the digital mentorship program to the tribal youth. So basically in the second phase, 10 lakh women and youth entrepreneurs will be mentored, and the program will create a platform for more than 50,000 self-help groups and 10 lakh families that are associated with TriFed to market their products globally. Okay. Coming to the question slide, which institution operationalized standards for fortified rice kernels in India? So the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India has decided to operationalize standards for the fortified rice kernels to strengthen the national level fortification program in the country. So these are actually the rice-shaped kernels that contain vitamins and minerals produced through the extrusion technique, and the regulation specifies standards for the rice flour, vitamin and mineral premix to be used in the preparation for these FRKs. Okay. Which institution released the report titled as Heat Wave 2022 Causes, Impacts and the Way Forward for the Indian Agriculture? So the Indian Council of Agricultural Research released this particular report, and this report provided suggestions for opting for the right crop varieties, bathing animals, adopting mulching technique, etc. And also the report highlights the ways to fight the heat wave and to protect their crops. Okay. Payroll automation for disbursement of monthly allowances is an automated pay module of which institution? So Ministry of Defense inaugurated this particular payroll automation for disbursement of monthly allowances, and it is a kind of automated pay and allowances module for the Indian Coast Guard, which aims to provide seamless dispersal to around 15,000 ICG personnel. So the launch marked the beginning of the centralized pay system as well. Okay. Which institution has authorized 2 Indian private firms for the space launches? So recently InSpace has authorized these 2 space launches. Which institution has approved $250 million loan for the Indian government's road safety program? This is the World Bank. Okay, I think I have made a mistake. Let's go back. Here it is not the World Bank actually. Here it is HSBC India. I got actually confused due to this $250 million thing. So for the startups, HSBC India has decided to lend India this much amount. And for our road safety program, the World Bank has decided to lend India same amount. Okay. So sorry for the inconvenience. Next question. Which country leads the Rim of the Pacific Maritime Military Exercise? So Rim of the Pacific Maritime Military Exercise is a biennial exercise which is led by the USA. And 26 nations are expected to participate in the operations which began recently. So the 28th biennial exercise aims to promote an open and free Indo-Pacific region as maritime tensions escalate with China, and this event will feature the latest US weapon system, including the unmanned surface vessels. Okay. Coming to the question slide, which of the following pairs of military exercises 2022 and the respective countries are matched correctly? So you have to check 2 things. First of all, this exercise is associated with the right country or not, and then for the year 2022, this exercise took place here or not. Okay. First is La Mété, India and Seychelles. Yes, because La Mété is the exercise between India and Seychelles, and the place where it conducted is Visakhapatnam. Is it right? No, because its 9th edition in the year 2022 took place in Seychelles itself, not in India. Okay, so this is wrong. Next is Khanjar, Kyrgyzstan. So yes, Khanjar is the exercise between India and Kyrgyzstan and it took place in Baklov. Yes, this is absolutely correct. Next is Dustlik. It is the exercise between India and Uzbekistan. Yes, and it conducted in Uzbekistan in the year 2022. Yes, this is also right. And last is Dharma Guardian with France. No, because Dharma Guardian is the exercise between India and Japan and not with France. Although the place is right because the Dharma Guardian exercise took place in Belagavi in the state of Karnataka. Okay, so due to the wrong country, it is also wrong. Okay, so correct answer would be only 2 and 3. Which of the following organizations has performed the Locked Shield Cyber Defense exercise in Tallinn, Estonia? This is NATO, means North Atlantic Treaty Organization. Headquarters lies in Brussels in Belgium. Which 2 nations participate in the OS Index exercise? So the 2 nations that participate in this are Australia and India. Fine. Next question. What is the name of the high-speed expendable aerial target which was recently tested by DRDO? So India successfully tested this HEAT, which is the indigenously designed Abhyas, and the trial was carried out by the DRDO from the integrated test range in Odisha's Chandipur. So earlier DRDO and the army successfully tested an indigenously developed anti-tank guided missile in the state of Maharashtra. Okay, so correct answer would be Abhyas. Coming to the question slide, what is the name of the HEAT? Just we have seen this question. Answer would be Abhyas. Vertical launch short range surface to air missile which was tested recently was based on which missile? So it is based on Astra. Which of the following countries has recently successfully flight tested the solid fuel ducted ramjet? Answer is India. What is Agni 4 which was recently tested by India? This is a kind of intermediate range ballistic missile. Which armed force recently tested India's first indigenously developed anti-ship missile from the Seeking helicopter at ITR, Odisha? This is Indian Navy. Okay. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, me Nusrat Sana signing off.